Welcome back, Willie at the Notebooks Garage. Going to be doing a little recipe, but not for consumption. In other words, no, this is one we're eating. I've got 3 vehicles around here that are considered daily drivers. And that's added up 12 tires, 3 engines, oil, you name it. All of it costs money, just like everyone else out there. So one of the things that I do to save money around here, believe it or not, is quite simple. I'm going to share this with you. In fact, possibly 3 things today. So let's deal with this first one that's been on my mind here lately. I came across a recipe, about a year or 2 ago, for something very simple that most of us go out and buy for our vehicles. Washer fluid. Now, the recipe, I can't take any credit. I found it on Reddit. I'm a poet, you didn't know it, right? Anyway, the recipe involves simple ingredients that you probably have at home, and if you don't have it at home, you can get them inexpensively. Now, recommendation. Go to your local dollar store, whatever that is. There's no need for any type of boutique thing, although I guarantee somebody out there is probably going to buy the highest dollar water that they can to put in their reservoir for their very expensive car. No, this is simply windshield washer fluid, DIY style. So here we go. 1 gallon of water. Ammonia, dishwashing liquid. That's it. Now the windshield washer solution is made up simply, again, water, ammonia, dishwashing liquid. 1 cup of ammonia to 1 gallon of water. 1 tablespoon dishwashing liquid. Mix thoroughly, and there you have it. Now, with wintertime coming up, you might say, hey, with all that water, you put that in the system, it's going to freeze. Simply add 1 cup of isopropyl alcohol. Now, no guarantees, but I've been using this for 2 or 3 years now in all my vehicles. I've never had a problem. Now, one caution, if you live in a place with hard water, with a lot of mineralized water, you might want to get distilled water. Me, right here in Nashville, Tennessee, we're using Cumberland Punch. Works just fine. Distilled water is recommended. You choose which one you're going to put into your vehicle. But it does a fantastic job of cleaning the windshield when you need to in those conditions. Now, you might say, but ammonia is corrosive. We're talking about a 16-to-1 solution. So I think it's actually pretty weak. I haven't had any issues using it at all on my pumps, my hoses, nor on the metal on any of the vehicles, any of the 3 vehicles that have been using this for the past, 3-4 years. So, got multiple vehicles? There you go. There's a great way to save some money. The next thing, this has been my go-to oil for several years. SuperTech 5W30 full synthetic motor oil. Sold in a 12-quart box by Walmart, along with the SuperTech filters. Purchased through Walmart, delivered right to my door. That's one of the other cool things about it. Now, they sold this box at $47 and some change retail, which brought the cost per quart down to $3.90, making it very affordable, particularly when you got 3 vehicles like I do, and my oil changes are all done basically at the same time. We drive all three of our vehicles around here, the 96 S10, the 98 Maxima, and the 2005 2500 Silverado. You might say, why are you using that cheap motor oil? Lake Speed, Bob's the oil guy, Project Farm, all of them have reviewed this particular motor oil, and it has exceeded, in most cases, practically all of the API specifications for a full synthetic motor oil. This is good stuff. Now, years ago, when I discovered synthetic motor oil, I was a Mobil 1 guy. In fact, my 83 Crew Cab 2500 that I had basically custom built, at its final iteration, all the fluids were synthetic. Mobil 1 synthetic oil, Mobil 1 transmission fluid, even Mobil 1 in the rear end. And I can tell you, that truck got its best fuel mileage when it was all Mobil 1 products. So I was a dyed-in-wool Mobil 1 person. Then the prices kept going up, and it began to be unaffordable for me. So I had to switch. So several years ago, doing research on the great internet, I found independent oil testers. I don't tend to listen to the corporate people when they hawk their stuff, because that's what they do. They want you to buy their product, so they're going to tell you that their product is the best out there. So I literally searched out independent tests of motor oil to determine, number one, if some of the lesser known brands were as good as, if not better, and certainly less expensive. So this became affordable for me with 3 vehicles at $3.90 a quart. Can't buy it anymore. They don't make it. Now, it's supposed to be a blend of oils from Pengrate and Warren Oils and someone else, I want to say Exxon, somebody. I don't know. All I know is those 3 independent testers that I mentioned said that this was good stuff. So having an overall cost of $3.90 was great. Now, you can't buy the 12-quart box. So, what's a body to do? Amazon to the rescue. Kind of. Pengrate Select Full Synthetic in the garage pack. 5 gallons. At a cost of $107. That brings my per quart cost down to, oh, I'm not doing simple math in the head. I should have looked, about $5 and some change. Still affordable when you're talking about 3 vehicles and having the benefit of full synthetic oil. Pengrate is also rated by those 3 guys, those three independent testers, and there are more because I've actually looked up more over the years, just being very curious about synthetic oils. But Pengrate has been a top-rated oil also. So again, multiple vehicles, multiple oil changes. I need to keep my costs down as much as possible. I don't have money. Well, not a lot of it anyway. I got enough to get by, but I like vehicles. I'm trying to get some more somehow, and they all run on oil. So this has become cost effective for me. The other thing that it's doing is it's reducing the amount of plastic that I have to deal with, because think about it. You go out and do a 5-quart oil change, if you're lucky. If you've got a diesel, oh God, heaven help you. You know what I'm talking about. You've got all these containers that contend with all this excess plastic that you have to deal with. It either has to go in the trash can, which goes into the landfill, and we know what happens with plastic in the ground. Absolutely nothing for about 500 years. They've even found plastic in the Marianas Trench. Yeah, so doing things like this, even this, for goodness sakes, this is a vinegar bottle that I use because I also make my own weed killer with vinegar, salt, and dishwashing liquid. And I've been using this bottle to mix my washer fluid for my 3 vehicles for years, as opposed to buying bottle after bottle of washer fluid and now motor oil. So now I only have to keep one jug that I use when I have to measure out, say, let's just say a quart to top off something or something like that. That's all I have to do. So you're doing something good for yourself, and you're actually doing something great for the environment too, by reducing the amount of plastic, the amount of waste, and just the amount of stuff that you gotta deal with. One more thing. A lot of you know what this is. A lot of you use it. Marvel Mystery Oil. Again, Walmart. $6.39. I will do a screenshot of it. I ordered some like this, but they also sell it in the gallon at only $25, and that's down from $34 or $35 on the website. Now, this is the original formula, not the new synthetic formula. Now, I've been using Marvel Mystery Oil in my fuel tanks and in my oil for years. And it was my go-to. One of my very first locked-up engines was freed up using this. Now, the guy, Street Rat Garage up in, I think he's from Indianapolis, was using this recently in one of his videos that I was looking at, and he was talking about this stuff costing $14 a bottle. Wow. So, don't know how long the sale's going to go on. Don't tell Wally World about this. Just get online and order you some. If you're like me and you use it a lot, buy the 1 gallon. Buy the gallon size. And use one of these to just measure out what you need. Add it to your fuel, add it to your oil. I'm going to put a picture of my son's Camaro. He used Marvel Mystery Oil because he followed his dear old dad. Yeah, took his dear old dad advice. You believe that? The kid actually listened to you. But he did. And he took the valve covers off doing an inspection on the engine because of a mechanical failure that he's had. Not related to, well, who the heck knows. But I remarked to him, and just take a look at the picture. When he sent me the video, I couldn't believe it was clean. The upper part of the cylinder heads were after 310,000 miles on his 2010 Camaro. On the original clutch, I know the clutch has nothing to do with the engine, but just look at that picture. Now, he regularly put Marvel Mystery Oil in with each oil change over the years as well. So obviously there's some benefit, and if you know about it, you're like me, you're partial to it, you're committed to it, just dump it in there and do it. But there you go. There are some cost-saving measures that you can take to help your money go farther, to help your machines last a little bit longer, and keep them rolling. Glad you stopped in. It's Willie at the No Bucks Garage. We'll see you soon.